See? We're live. Hey, oh, thank you very much, bud. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to do that. I'll like delist it and then I'll forget to relist it because I'm stupid. That is going to be, I think that's down here somewhere. Sorry, you got to give me a second, but I appreciate you letting me know. Let me get back to it. I need to remember to do this every single time. It's my fault. Because if I'm going to do the whole unlist and then relist thing, I need to make sure I unlist and then relist. I just need to be like more on it. What up, what up? Your nausea's kicking in? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Where in the fuck is listed? It's not there. Oh, here it is. Public. Done. Save. Okay. Now it's good. Now we're good to go. Ooh. I think my, shit is trying to electrocute me right now. Got that fucking, your cat is climbing up your hanging clothes based. It's because your cat loves you, bro. Don't hate the kitty, hate the game, or something. I think the or something there is really what sells it. But hope everybody's doing well. I don't know how many people we'll have today since Connor is live. So looks like Weld just got here. How you doing? 0707, hope you're doing well. I'm here, but extremely torn. Real shalom, my streamer brother. It's all good. I understand it. We'll probably, I just want to read a couple things and then we'll, because I got to follow up on the Greenland shit. And then we'll probably honestly be hopping over to Stream Snipe a little bit. I don't know this Connor. Yeah, no, you don't. He's a like YouTube politics streamer guy that I kind of enjoy watching, so I watch him. You know how it goes. Stream Snipe, yeah, that's where you like have somebody else's stream going and you comment over it. Normally it's for bigger streamers, but yeah. So I guess we'll just go ahead and hop right into it. Oh, before we do though, I'll shoot the shit with chat. Bud said, my cold is getting better. I'm coughing significantly less. Fantastic. Going to the gym the last 2 days anyway. Jogged a half mile both days. Taking today off. Probably a good call. I'm glad you're feeling better though, man. It's always like worrying whenever you get a cold or whatever and it won't go away. But I am glad that you're doing better. What you got here? If it's Connor's watch thing, we're already going to be watching that here in just a bit. It is, isn't it? Yep. Nice. Okay, so I'll keep it muted, but I'll keep it live. So that way we can go around with it. I have too many goddamn streamers. Basically. Oh, I know what it means. I was saying that at the same time you said it. Oh, you read my mind. That's sick. Yeah, Fella's doing all right. I just think he wasn't here earlier, but hopefully my computer doesn't like, you know, totally fucking spaz out as I try to do this. Let me see if I can find the other thing I'm looking for. I don't know if we'll be able to. Oh, here it is. Trump backing down from Greenland. Mir said, you're the only political streamer I pay attention to, and it's more for the fun games and D&D jokes only make sense to us. That's fine. I don't know, I've got to a point in my life where I feel like, yeah, I could stream games and shit, but that's not as important to me as like what's going on in politics. Maybe if things calm down, I'll just go like straight gaming and say fuck it to politics, or if things get too intense, I'll say fuck it and go back to gaming. But as it stands right now, I'm really having fun with the politics angle. People are getting mad at me, which is fun. Yeah, so it's good stuff. It's a lot of fun for me personally. Kids are afoot weld. It's been a long day. I've been arguing with Doobie and Kalinda's chat. Based. Kalinda was good. Kalinda was great, by the way. Kalinda was great. Big fan. Her content. She seems to be pretty level-headed. She's Canadian, but nobody's perfect, you know. But still, thank you for the recommendation, Fel. I saw Weld. You know. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll hop into it. Big news today internationally. Trump backs down from Greenland because of course he did. It's Taco Wednesday, baby. Basically, to TLDR this, because I don't know if I'll read the whole thing, Trump had a meeting with NATO, and then after the meeting came back, before the meeting with NATO, rambled like an adult old man about the 2020 election and other random bullshit that doesn't matter and doesn't pertain to why he was there, made some like very not thinly veiled threats, and then went into a meeting with NATO, and then came back out, and everything was fine. It was all good. How's the brother? Ryan's doing good. Odie Bodie Boy's doing great. I believe that the snowstorm is gonna be pretty bad where he is. In what world is Taco Day Wednesday? That's not only blasphemous, it's just plain wrong. Well, when taco stands for Trump always chickens out, well, today is Taco Wednesday. Georgia got snow. Georgia is getting snow. My brother lives up north. He lives close to Virginia. He's up in Virginia. I don't want to give exact places, which is why I didn't say where he lives near. And they're apparently going to get really bad snow. I'm only a bit more south than him. Well, Mir, fuck. I hope you're okay too, dude. Fuck. Like that shit's spooky, man. We're supposed to get snow in Georgia, but I don't know if we will. Anyway, I'm gonna actually get to the content. I'm gonna try not to get sidetracked by chat because when I was editing my video, it got really fucking annoying for me to have to cut out chat because I love talking to chat because it's so much fun. But I don't know if everybody else likes it. I still gotta work. That's fine. Oh shit, you have to work then? Fuck. That's not fine. That's not fine at all. That fucking sucks. I'm sorry, dude. President Donald Trump on Wednesday scrapped the tariffs that he threatened to impose on 8 European nations to press for U.S. control of Greenland, pulling a dramatic reversal shortly after insisting he wanted to get the island, quote, including right title and ownership. Fucking Christ, man. In a post on his social media site, Trump said he had agreed with the head of NATO on a, quote, framework of a future deal on Arctic security, potentially diffusing tensions that had far-reaching geopolitical implications. He said additional discussions on Greenland were being held concerning the Golden Dome missile defense program, a multi-layered $175 billion system for the first time the U.S. will put U.S. weapons in space. Wow. Holy shit. Beef Supreme, good to see you, brother. I'm sorry you're bored with Dylan. I like Dylan. I think he's pretty all right. I saw you weren't so sure about why he likes Ukraine so much in the chat. I think that's interesting. I think he's pretty good. Healthcare, baby. You know what? I have the ingredients to make tacos. Based, bud. Based. I'm not really a consumer of Dylan's content. That's fair. That's fair. Just need to make the whole wheat tortillas from scratch. That's crazy, bud. That is honestly pretty awesome. Well, QC John said that acronym is horrifying. Couldn't we just call him Pusillanimous? Calling him Taco Don, that gives way too many warm and fuzzy vibes. No. He's not Taco Don. It's just Taco Wednesday because Trump always chickens out. That's why I said taco. We don't need the Golden Dome for anything. I don't necessarily think we do. It's basically like the fucking Star Wars program that Ronald Reagan wanted to do. But yeah, I don't think we need to. I feel like we already have defense enough. But hey, I don't know. I'm not in the national security game. We could be totally defenseless from all sorts of missiles. But I doubt it. Trump offered a few details saying they're being worked out. But one idea NATO members have discussed as a part of the compromise with Trump was that the Denmark and the alliance would work with the U.S. to build more U.S. military bases on Greenland. Again, we can already do that. That's already something we can do. Taco Wednesday? Well, politics. Yeah, Trump fucking chickened out, bro. So Trump always chickens out. That's taco. And it's Wednesday. So it's Taco Wednesday. What can I say? History lesson. What's the Star Wars program? Okay. So Ronald Reagan, after watching the Star Wars movies, thought, wow, that's really cool. I want a Death Star of my own. We need to build a space defense program. It didn't really go anywhere. I don't really think it, at least I don't think it went anywhere. I'm pretty sure it was just way too expensive, but that's something that Ronald Reagan wanted to do. Yeah. And if you want, I can do a little bit more of a deep dive after I finish this article. So that's according to the European official familiar with the matter, but not authorized to comment publicly. The official, who spoke on condition of anonymity, said it was not immediately clear if the idea was included in the framework Trump announced. This is not the first time Trump has backed off tariffs because, you know, Trump always chickens out. Taco. The president has threatened tariffs before, only to back away in April after first saying he would slap massive import levies on nation. Okay, so we already know a lot about the tariffs and stuff. I mean, or if you don't know about the tariffs, I can go over it a little bit more. I know it's wrong, okay, but I didn't get this didn't happen on Tuesday. It happened on Wednesday. Or make it a series at some point. I mean, I could maybe see about doing that. I have a lot of ideas and not a lot of time to execute, you know? I've really nerdy, time-intensive hobbies, so. And I work for a living, so, you know, that's how it goes. Let's see. Trump had also revealed, said U.S. defend NATO. He wasn't convinced the alliance will back up Washington if needed, and suggested that was at least part of the reason for his aggressive stance toward Greenland. That's really fucked up, by the way, because like NATO didn't have to put on like NATO wanted to invoke Article 5 after 9/11. That's really fucked up. That's really fucked up that you're saying they didn't do anything. Stupid work preventing you from doing cool shit. I know. I work for Mr. Krabs. No, actually, my boss is cool. My job is cool. I like my job a lot, which is why I probably shouldn't be doing this. But you know, it is what it is. And if it doesn't work out, then I guess I will go full time and I'll just stream all the time every day. And my wife is going to hate me. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm also in with the boss man, so I'm good. So, wow. The Danish Foreign Minister, Lars Løkke Rasmussen, said he welcomed Trump ruling out taking Greenland by force and pausing the trade war with Europe. Now let's sit down and find out how we can address the American security concerns in the Arctic while respecting the red lines of the Kingdom of Denmark. How fucking mature of a leader. How fucking mature of a leader to say, hey guys, let's sit this down and iron this shit out now that you're done threatening me like a fucking toddler. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Sen, we shouldn't be doing this. What should I be doing? Ubu. You'll like it when you start making Christian Valaris and grassroots Oilers. I mean, look, man, if they want to oil me like Diddy, that's on them, but I can't really do anything right now. I guess I could make a PayPal, but that seems like a lot of work. I don't know. I don't want to like force people or like have that there and people not want to do it and me look like an asshole, you know? Bass guitar, this whole thing is so stupid, and to watch MAGA mindlessly supporting is frustrating. That's why I'm just so, it's bamboozling. A GoFundMe? I don't know about that. I don't know about a GoFundMe now. I'm not desperate, all right? I'm not jonesing for cash right now. I guess it could be a GoFundMe to support my wife not having to work. I don't know if that would work. But yeah, bass guitar. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, man. Like, I have no words. I keep trying to find them, and I just come back with things that'll probably get me TOS, so I can't say it. So yeah. Bud123, you need 2,000 subscribers, and then to monetize, then the hegemonic Oiler donors will fly in. Basically, that's, yeah, well, I want to be a sugar baby, yeah. You're right. With no sugar? No, the sugar is the content. The sugar is me sitting in front of my fucking screen reading stuff to you guys. Hold on, I forgot to turn on the light because I suck. Oh, it's not working. I can also buy a better fucking ring light that will actually light up when I try to turn it on. As it stands, it's not working. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, sisters. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't need it that bad. I'm only a little bit weirdly lit. Back to the content for me. Oh, wait, we're already there. I'm fucking stupid. So we already know about what Trump argued for. Alliance other members were saying, yeah, it's not for sale. Greenland's government responded by telling its citizens to be prepared. Ooh. Oh, damn, I just got rid of mine. I could have flown it down. It's okay. Why would you not try to keep your job if you love it? Oh, yeah, no, 100%. I love my job. I would, I mean, it's work, right? Like, working is work. I love teaching, but teaching isn't teaching. It's babysitting now, and I can't do that anymore. I took my licks, couldn't go back. Well, I could go back if it was better. GoFundMe for TDS. Maybe I should, honestly. Base, I think that'd be funny. But Bud, back to your question. I think that I really like my job, so like I like doing it. This is just kind of for fun. My wife just doesn't want to work. So if I could help support that, awesome. But I don't necessarily know if this is going to be the way I do that. You love your job? Well, I love working for Mr. Is it the Krusty Krab? Well, fuck, I can't argue with that. Damn. I can't argue with that, blood. Let us continue. Oh, yeah, so they published a handbook of what to do on a crisis to urge residents to ensure they have sufficient wood, food, water, fuel, and supplies at home to survive for 5 days. That's fucking wild. Wow. Yeah, just we want a piece of ice for world protection and they won't give it, Trump said. You can say yes and we'll be very appreciative, or you can say no and we will remember. Dude, yeah, this was just fucking crazy. And also it fucked up the economy too, because we thought it would be open war. About tutoring or being hired as a private teacher. So I've done tutoring before. The amount of kids I'd have to tutor to make the amount of money to like work with my job is way too much. Like I'd have to do an insane amount of driving around and it just wouldn't work for me because this area doesn't have, it has a lot of like younger kids, but I don't necessarily know if they'd pay that much, you know? There are some college age kids that I could probably get with, but even then, I don't necessarily know how good it would do. For the private teaching, I mean, I've taught in private, I've taught in public, and I taught like the high disciplinary stuff, and all of it just kind of has the same problems, which goes back to, which I guess if I'm doing a private teaching thing, parents would care, but parents just don't really care as much about education, or they don't trust teachers for some reason, so it makes the job even more difficult, because then you go from disciplinarian who can't really discipline to, well, why aren't you disciplining my kids? You should be. It just sucks, and it's just not fun. And it really takes away from the enjoyment of an otherwise pretty enjoyable job. At least for me, personally. I liked having everything planned out and being able to, you know, have some downtime during the day. Although it wasn't as much downtime as I get now, so the job I have now is a lot better for my work-life balance. Especially since I work from home, so it's pretty awesome. But our next, so to sum up, basically Trump once again chicking the fuck out. It's gonna be spun as a win, even though we're not getting the minerals and resources like Trump wants, and there's no definite plan. But hey, man, it's a win, I guess. We're not seeing, you know, a war after that crazy fucking letter from this weekend. So hey, I guess we take our W's. Those parents are dumb and don't know their children. Yeah, they usually don't. Bud123 said, you mean the kids are bad now and don't care about school? I was a troubled kid in middle and high school, but I tried the last 2 years of high school and took college classes. But it's more like society itself doesn't really care about teachers and teaching. They would much rather, like, essentially teachers are given the task of not only raising America's youth, essentially, along with like also conveying them the importance of information, but they have to do that while being funded by standardized testing. And standardized testing doesn't really hit everybody's marks. I mean, it's a decent like middle ground, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like standardized testing. I understand why you have to do it. I just wish funding was tied to something else. Laney said, Elaney, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Happy to see you, buddy. Alberto is joining America. Oh, I don't know if you guys want that. I don't think anybody wants that. Capitalism is eating its own children, so why bother caring about children? Kids don't respect the teachers. Yeah, kids don't respect the teachers. And some of it can be warranted, sure. But a lot of it is this weird idea that teachers are trying to like, I don't know, they're trying to like brainwash kids. Dog, if I could brainwash your child, I would have brainwashed them to sit down, shut up, and pay attention so I can monologue about history for 30 minutes and then let them go. That's what I would have brainwashed them to do. I would have brainwashed them to have the attention spans to focus for about 30 to 45 minutes. That's what I would have done. Asmongold did a stream where he agreed with kids not needing to know how to read or do algebra. So no, there's not. I didn't like math as a kid. I understand its importance now as an adult, but I didn't like it as a kid. I still wouldn't say it's not important to be able to fucking add or subtract or multiply or divide. Yes, you have a phone with you, but what happens when something happens to your phone and you can't access your calculator app? Or your calculator app is actually some kind of like secret photo vault app, and when people click on it, they come up with your nudes. What are you going to do then? Oh, that's right, you can do the math in your head, I guess. Bass guitar funding based on property taxes is a dumb thing too. I think that it should be more based on like, I don't know, honestly. The funding for schools is such like a complex issue. I wish I had like a good solution, but every time I think I found one, I find like 8 reasons why it sucks. So I'm in the spot where I know what the issue is, but I don't necessarily know how to fix it. And that really fucking sucks, because that means that I can, you know, warn that the canary in the coal mine is dead, but I can't warn that, or I can't give like a prescription to fix it. It sucks. Who is the wait, first, Elaney, kids see a teacher that they can't even afford to live in a mansion, and they are like, why am I listening to this? I want an idiot. I want to be a millionaire like Kai Cenat. I mean, there are a lot of kids like that. Even the like more affluent kids, because I taught in, like I said, in private schools. It was a pretty rich area. I taught in public schools, and I taught in I want to say intermediate, but it's more like a last chance kind of deal. Like it's either this or juvie. It sucks. It sucks balls. I hate it. I hate how much people like, or kids act like you're, well, I mean, we act like, you know, your net worth is the only thing that matters, how much you work at the end of the day. When in reality, I mean, there are plenty of ways people can contribute to society and not necessarily be the most top tier earners or whatever. Well, because John said, who is the ghost dude Asmongold reacted to? I keep seeing that short and the dude looks like a goth powder. I don't fucking know. I don't know, dude. I don't watch I try not to watch too much as I was gonna say something that might be construed as a slur, so I'm not gonna say that. But I don't watch a lot of Asmongold. He's just gross. He grosses me out. I know he's richer than me, but I got a wife. So who fucking won? Bitch. You did, because you have millions of dollars, but I have a wife. Miracle said, I hate math. I work in a position where I do math on the hourly. I'm good at my job. That's fair. Hey, as long as you're fucking good at your job. Oh, that's sweet. Refuse to watch Asmon. Yeah, I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Reading and algebra are basic skills that are responsible people know and use. What you want in this world. Hey, I'm lib left. Okay, I'm lib left. All right, number 1. Number 2, just because I'm okay with a mixed market capitalism system doesn't mean that I don't think that, you know, we could do better. Because we can do better. We can obviously do better. I'm a believer and we can do it all. I think we can do it all. Yeah, Fellrunner, ditto on those two. Never gonna really watch the song content unless it's shitting on him, and I don't even want to know what a food shop is. Net worth is all that matters under capitalism. Yeah, but also we could make other things matter too with, you know, mixed market capitalism. Multiple things could be important. Fuentes doesn't even feel like an option. I'm not convinced that anything he does is like organic. I mean, I can't really say much, but I'm just not convinced. Immigration officers assert sweeping power to enter homes without a judge warrant, memo says. All right, so this is, I guess, this is a video. Well, actually, let's see. Is this going to be...
This DHS...
it's too loud. I don't like that. That was that was them breaking down a door. I don't even know if they got the right one. This might be this might be a wrong one, honestly. Nick Fuentes is a rage baiter. Yeah, I mean, he's also, you know, really, not to say it's a bad thing, but he's really, really gay. How would you effectively engage kids these days? Bud, that's really tough. I have an engaging personality, so I really just I just use that. I just tried to be very, like, personality driven, but that also drains you really quickly. Like your social media or whatever, because, you know, you're there for 8 hours a day, at least 7 of which are in front of kids. So it ends up draining you pretty quickly. But on the other hand, I probably could have done more. I don't know. You always feel like you can do more. Especially after like a lesson or whatever, you're always like, fuck, I could have done that better, or maybe I could have made that like an interactive bit. But you never know, you never know. I feel like any moment he's gonna be like, fuck you, audience, I was grifting the whole time. Elaney, probably. Yeah. I was raised in a house that beat the shit out of me. Oofies. Yeah, but that opens a lot of doors. My kid doesn't listen to me, she doesn't respect me. No is a joke to her. That sucks, dude. You deserve better than that. We live in a world that's like never hit your kid. I mean, I don't have any kids, so I don't know. I mean, I was raised to, well, I mean, there was like the fear of God for a little bit. Yeah, there was a little bit of the fear of God. But yeah, I don't know. That's tough, man. That's tough. I wish I had better answers. I think that there are some times where you have to teach kids young, not like babies, but like, adolescents or whatever. When you fuck around, you will find out. That doesn't necessarily mean beat the shit out of your kid, right? But that does mean that, like, if they do something really egregious or stupid, it's hard to, like, get across how bad that thing is. Sometimes, not saying it's always great, not saying that you should do it, but I understand the want to just fucking on the back of the head or the ass or whatever. Just because, I mean, that's also how I learned a little bit of respect, but I don't necessarily know if that's the best way. Evidently, there's evidence that says it's not. That's up to you. I feel like it's up to it's a personal call. Like, if you're not beating the shit out of them, you're probably okay, right? But if you're like leaving a bunch of bruises all over places, that's not good. That's not, you shouldn't do that. Fun Runner said, my kids tell me they hate me all day. My kids are fucking jerks. John Stewart says not to take it personally. Well, hey, I mean, he's a smart guy, right? He's a smart guy. John Stewart, he's a smart guy, I guess. I'd listen to him, maybe. Mulaney said, I told my mom if my kid is violent, I'm beating them. My mom was like, well, you were bad too. And I was like, I'm going to raise a psychopath. If you are a danger to yourself or others, I'm beating you. I mean, that's kind of fair. Like, if you're going to be a danger to somebody else or a danger to yourself, like, sometimes you need that physical intervention, I guess. Again, not a parent. I'm just here. Well, QC John said, when I was growing up, the worst, most horrifying attitude adjustment statement I heard was, wait till your dad gets home. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it to you. That'll do it to you. Bud123 said, I had similar problems with my father. I don't know what effect his discipline, which sometimes included slamming me, that had on me. Well, Bud, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's obviously not a good thing, right? Like, you shouldn't beat kids. Crazy statement. I can't believe I had to say that out loud, but now that I've gotten this weight off my chest, I feel a lot better. You should not beat kids. But also, if your kid's being a little bit of a shithead, sometimes a smack might set them right. I'm not saying it does every time, and I'm not saying you should do it every time, but I am saying for those extra special assholes, sometimes a little goes a long way. TOS? Was that TOS? Did I TOS there? Did I TOS by saying you shouldn't beat your kids? Unhinged set? I know. Look, I'm crazy. All right, I'm fucking insane. I have a lot of really radically normal takes. It's gonna fuck you guys up. One day I'm gonna say something and you're gonna be like, this is insane. This is insanely normal. I can't believe this. I can't believe how radically normal he is. The only way to convey to a kid that if you hurt someone it's bad is to show them what it feels like to be hit. I mean, yeah, that's kind of part of like empathy, right? Or sympathy. No, yeah, empathy is like walking in their shoes. Sympathy is like you feel for them. So like to convey empathy, yeah, sometimes you got to do that. My dad used a submission hold to control a calf while castrating it that he used when we'd act up in public. That actually reminds me of something my mom would. Holy fuck, bass guitar. We might have had like opposite parents because my mom, she was like she worked with like babies 0 to 3 who had like autism. So she was trained, and some of them could be pretty like, aggressive or whatever. Part of her training was like a hold that she would put kids in. Essentially, it was like enough to like almost straitjacket you, but it wasn't tight enough for you to like rip your shoulder out of socket or anything. And so when we acted up, that's what she did. She put us in like a straitjacket hold, and it was crazy. It was fucking wild. Bellrunner said, the current books say you need to communicate and apologize if you lose your temper. Send that to my parents. Lol. Yeah, I think if your kid is old enough, that's like a good idea, you know, just to say like, hey, this is my fault. I fucked up here. That's how I would communicate with my students who were like middle school and older, which is usually what I worked with. Actually, that was the only thing I worked with. I only tutored elementary schools, and those kids I saw for like 45 minutes top, so it wasn't that bad. But I would like if I lost my cool, then I would like say, hey, that wasn't right. I'm sorry. Or I would like explain like, hey, I was having a really rough day. I took it out on you. That's not cool of me. Won't happen again. I apologize. But also they're old enough to like understand maybe. And I would only do that if I genuinely felt like I was in the wrong, not that they were, because if they were in the wrong and they instigated, well then I just shouldn't have gone back, you know? That one's just me and I'll take it on the chin from like a superior, but I'm not going to like apologize to the kid if they were an asshole. Anyway, Eleni said, my mom was fine beating my ass, but now that she has grandkids, she's like super umgy. She's turned into a gentle parent. I feel like that's always how it goes. Like my grandfather on my dad's side was apparently like the world's biggest fucking asshole. Like very physically, verbally, like abusive, I would say. I never knew that side of my grandfather. I only know the sweet old man who lost his leg sometime after 9/11 because he was on a roof, and that's why I don't get on roofs. He wasn't at 9/11. That was just the time frame in which it happened. I just remember those two events happening like very, very close together. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Mir said, I mean, I've apologized for shit that was on me, and I've disciplined him for shit that was on him. There you go. Hey, Mir's a pretty good fucking parent in my book. She's holding it down for the underground, so I believe that. Phil Runner said, there's no way I would handle being in charge of a group of teenagers that aren't mine. It is very fucking difficult. It's very fucking difficult to do that shit. Because you can't always be the cool guy, and you have to sometimes just fucking hammer it in. And like, essentially what I was told when I was doing my student teaching was, remember, these are children. They're not fully formed, functioning brains. So you have to be the one to shepherd them to help, like, you know, guide their brains because they're dumb. And that one stuck with me. That one really stuck with me. Well, QC John said, my daughter is 21 now. I can only remember 3 times I had to spank her. Once, she was about to put her hand over a gas stove. Nice. Second, she was in the barn trying to chase out a bobcat. Fucking... So she's like a badass, huh? Third, she shoplifted. Okay, last one, that's fair. That's fair. I'd probably do that too. That's fair. I'd probably, yeah. Bass Guitar said, my grandpa once told me, do you know why grandkids and grandparents get along so well? They have a common enemy. That's some 300 fucking IQ shit that I would not have thought of. Bellrunner said, I can do volunteer. Cool, dude. I refuse to be in charge at summer camp. I'll Fed post IRL. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's fucking tough. It's fucking tough to like really be the person in charge. Mir said, when I was living with my family, I was kind of drowning. It wasn't effective in my parenting. Now I moved out and the people I live with back me up, which makes it more effective. That has a big part to do with it too. Like if whoever is there, like being the disciplinarian, isn't being backed up by the rest of the family, then it's essentially like, well, I don't have to listen to mom because dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever, they're gonna, you know, I'm gonna listen to them. Yeah. So I'm really happy that it's working out now. I'm happy that your roommates are willing to back up like your parenting style and stuff, because that must be so fucking frustrating, dude. That would make me go crazy. If like every single time I tried to be a good parent or like tried to like make my shit happen, it didn't work. Yeah, that would fucking, ooh, I'd be mad. I'd be very mad. Elaney said, you can use a time machine. You can get on top of the World Trade Center, and when it happens, immediately rip the parachute cord. I feel like you'd be arrested though. I mean, I would probably get in trouble. And then I'd have to explain how I got there, which would probably also break the space-time continuum, which would mean that I would never be existed, which means this conversation would never happen. So obviously I didn't go back in time and get caught. I must have escaped. Mir said, I mean, you heard me on the mic before. True. I heard you hot micing. You were hot micing like you were in a fucking COD Modern Warfare 2 lobby from 2009. Just say you're Messiah. No, dude, I can't give more credence to the fucking dancing Israeli shit. Jesus. Space-time continues uninterrupted. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what I did. You know, I could believe it. Oh, Connor's showing one of his drawings right now. Dylan looks like he's having such a great time. I love that. Eleni, I just wanted to feel what it feels like to have a building collapse beneath me. Based. That would, honestly, that would probably feel pretty crazy. Especially one that high up, because, like, the oxygen's low. I don't know. That'd be fucking wild. That would be wild. Oh, man. I'm loving these conversations so much that I almost don't want to, like, talk about the news, but I feel like I need to. You know, otherwise I'm misleading people, and that's probably not nice. Okay. We're going to get into it. This one, once again, breaking down. Immigration officers assert sweeping power to enter homes without a judge warrants. A memo says the news is cringe. The news is cringe, but it's also important to stay up to date, you know? Also, I don't mind yapping. If you guys want me to keep yapping, I'll keep yapping. But federal immigration officers are asserting a sweeping power to forcibly enter people's home without a judge's warrant, according to an internal Immigrations and Custom Enforcement memo obtained by the AP, marking a sharp reversal of long-standing guidance meant to respect constitutional limit on government searches. Hakeem Jeffries refused to support a bill funding DHS and ICE, rare Hakeem W. At this point, considering that ICE has 700% of their budget, I don't even think I'm okay with it. Trump is being impeached and no one even noticed. Like, I mean, I saw that, like, the articles of impeachment were put forward, but I didn't hear anything else. Is it, like, confirmed? Like, Trump is definitely 110% being bamboo kicked out? Oh no, they had the hearings today. Oh shit, that's huge. Well, they tried a lot. I will notice when it's newsworthy, I refuse to watch it for some reason. I don't blame you. It'd probably really piss you off. Or it pissed me off for sure. Mir, they did it, I think, twice. Both times it failed, either in the House or in the Senate. Well, if you were watching, that's what we're fucking covering right now, right here, right now, live, for you, personally. But you hate me. You just want me to stream for you like a little monkey. You just want me to dance monkey. Oh, he did get impeached the first time. You're right. It was the second time he didn't. But, like, nothing happened because it has to, like, okay, so the impeachment process, going off memory right now, you have the House, you have the Senate. After that, if it goes through and he's convicted of, like, a crime, then the Senate acts as like a jury, I think. I could be wrong about that. I'm probably oversimplifying it. And the Supreme Court almost 100% is involved. But, like, nothing happened because now you need to get impeached twice. Well, let's hope twice works, man. Let's hope twice works. I thought there was a conviction. There was a different conviction for a different thing. Okay, there we go. It needs 2/3 in the Senate, which is what we didn't get. Thank you, bass guitar, for making me look maybe a little less foolish. So the memo authorizes officers to use force to enter a residence based solely on a more narrow administrative warrant to arrest someone with a final order of removal, a move that advocates say collides with the Fourth Amendment protections and upends years of advice given to immigrant communities. Yes, Senate won't no matter what. I think, like, you'd have to win really big, and there would have to be enough Republicans with backbones to want to flip it. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, it looks like ICE is now trying to be authorized. Like, we can win really big. Hopefully. I mean, look, man, at this point, I will take the Dems over, I'll take the Dems over Republicans any day of the week. We got to get out there today. Yeah. Oh no, 100%. Like, I'm advocating for all my friends and family and everybody who I can reach. Like, hey, look, if you want this to stop, there's only one way for it to stop. Something, Trump's cock, something, backbone's true. My vote won't matter. I don't have a way to drive to vote. Oh, all those people love doing that shit, but man, it matters. It matters. Oh, holy shit. So, Fell Runner, I think back when the Renee Good shooting happened, what was that? That was only a fucking week ago, wasn't it? 2 weeks ago now? I think it was 2 weeks ago now. We talked about how the layer 1 is like the shooting, but the layer 4 is how this is going to be used to justify things like what ICE is currently wanting to do. So because of all the tensions with ICE, they're now using this, and I guarantee you the justification is, well, if ICE meets you out in the street, you're going to shoot them, so they're going to attack you or whatever, so we have to meet you at your home. This is going, like, ICE will be used as the crackdown force whenever martial law is declared, because I don't know if, like, the Georgia National Guard would be willing to do that to Georgia. Insurance Section Act, yeah. Eleni said, if I go to the person who will drive me as Republican, so just cancel out my vote. My mom is Republican, so I have to convince her not to be Republican. If I can do that, my vote will be worth it too. I mean, you don't even necessarily have to do that as much as just, like, convince them not to vote for well, I guess in this case, because it's midterms. That's a tough one, Eleni. That's a tough one. Because we are in midterms, and a lot of people don't, generally speaking, when it comes to Trump's, like, sycophants and shit, they only vote for him when it's him on the ballot. But that doesn't necessarily... this is tough. This is a tough one, Eleni, because, like, if you can have those conversations, that's awesome. If you can't have those conversations, if they're too tough, and if she's just not willing to listen, then it's really hard to, like, break through. My hope for you is that either A, y'all can find, like, a middle ground, like something happens and she goes, that's too much for me, or you can call back to a previous statement or a previous belief she's held and say, hey, this directly conflicts with your belief. How does that work? A lot of the convincing that it took for me personally was like the cognitive dissonance. My mom is a coomer? Oh, a boomer. She's a boomer. Oh, a zoomer. Ex-zoomer. A zillennial boomer? Or a Gen X boomer? That'd make me want to scream. Fuck, I'm so sorry. A Gen X boomer. That's so fucking rough, dude. My dad's the same way. My mom, funnily enough, who's Democrat, is more of a boomer. I think she's technically, like, the last boomer. Well, QC John said something that white pills me. I genuinely believe that November Dems will get both House and Senate. If VA does a redistrict, it will ensure no Republican has any chance. Indiana backed off. So right now, if it happens, Dems W. Well, you're my white pill brother, just like Fellrunner said. You are my white pill knight. You're my white pill knight. Thank you. She's one of the first Gen X. Oh, yeah, no. Gen X is really jaded. I do know how they are, Eleni. I do. I'm very sorry that you have to deal with that, too. The Last Boomer, summer 2027. That's pretty good. I could do movie voiceovers. I should say, fuck this whole having a job thing and streaming thing and do that. That'll work out, right? All right. Back to our depressing news. Once they get a house, they become cynical bitches. That's my hope, is that, because I do own this house, my hope is that I don't become a cynical bitch. The shift comes as the Trump administration dramatically expands immigration arrests nationwide, deploying thousands of officers under a mass deportation campaign that is already reshaping enforcement tactics in cities such as Minneapolis. For years, immigrant advocates, legal aid groups, and local governments have urged people not to open their doors to immigration agents unless they are shown a warrant signed by a judge. That guidance is rooted in Supreme Court rulings that generally prohibit law enforcement from entering a home without judicial approval. The ICE directive directly undercuts that advice at a time when arrests are accelerating under the administration's immigration crackdown. Again, the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution dictates that you will not be subject to unreasonable search and seizure. Breaking into your house is unreasonable search and seizure. Thank you. They do offer VA gig work. Yeah, no, I do. I've seen, like, the ads and shit since we talked about it that one time, like, forever ago, Mir, and now I'm like, fuck, maybe I do that. Maybe I just do that for fun. Are Dems going to win if they continue to ignore and offer nothing to young men? Bud123, I think that it's really hard for the Democrats to win. Yeah, because anything they would offer would cut against their strongest voting bloc. So, like, you can offer unisex solutions. You can offer some specific male solutions, but ultimately, it's kind of like one of those things that goes back to like not valuing education, in my opinion. Pathetic that there's even room for Hassan in this market. Brother, nobody wants to hear common sense. They want to hear insane, tanky, or Nazi bullshit, I guess. Nobody wants to hear, like, you know, normal people. Is Karen white woman? Yes, bud. Going against Democrats hate populism. Well, I hate populism too, to be fair. I don't fuck with populism. I think like populism is what made like Trump, and I fucking hate Trump and I don't want more. I don't want a Democrat populist. I just want somebody who's going to pull us back to like reality. I feel like we're in a fucking right-wing populism doesn't exist. What do you mean? Trump is literally a right-wing populist. He gets the PR version of the left chat role model and it's gross. Oh, it's very gross. It's incredibly gross. Dude, I mean, Hassan is like literally like disgusting if you've seen his history when it comes to like women and shit. It's very gross. He's not though. I mean, he used like a lot of populist rhetoric though. But he's not a populist. We can agree to disagree here. I feel like he is right-wing populism. But hey, that's okay. You mean the Karens that would go nuts if Democrats even acknowledge the struggles young men are going through? The Nazis use socialist rhetoric? Sure. I'm not saying that. I think there might be a disconnect here, maybe. Or maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. But North Korea is Democratic People's Republic too. I think we might just be missing each other here. That's okay. So anything they could offer young men would exactly oppose the Karen block. I mean, not necessarily. I feel like you can advocate for things that are like good for young men and women. Again, you know, I hate to go back to the basics, but the JBP, just clean your fucking room if you want to change the world. I feel like that's a good start. It's a spicy poll night. Kinda. I mean, it's not super spicy. I'm keeping it chill. Elaney, I guess going back to your stuff, right? Maybe we have different definitions of populism, or maybe different understandings. Because like using populist rhetoric, these are the stupid gender war fucks need to go. It's so like the gender war thing is one of those things that as a understanding male, to me, I don't really get affected by it. But there are a lot of young men who are disaffected, and we can say it's fucking stupid because it is. But if you don't like provide them with something, they just go to the Andrew Tates. They go to the, you know, the fucking Nick Fuenteses or whatever. They go to these dudes who say, hey man, your life sucks because of bitches, because of feminism, because of the Jews. And it's like, instead of, you know, finding out, hey, your life sucks because you're coming at everything the wrong way, mentally, you're not where you need to be, because where you need to be is in a space where you understand that not everybody is going to like you. Not everybody, even if you do everything right, people can still fucking hate you. You can still fuck up somehow. And I think because people don't know that, or because they're not being told that, they're being told, no, it's the femoids' fault. It kind of all falls apart and people end up fucking sucking. Using rhetoric doesn't make you that thing. That's fair. Gender war sounds 80s, 18 plus sci-fi. It probably is. Well, QC John said, no, I mean that policies that Karen Block would want, i.e. stronger safety nets, would require things like raise taxes. They're the exact opposite of policies young men want. Oh, well, QC John, interesting. Which sounds based. It would probably be based, that 80s sci-fi fell. Lenny said, like, I can say I care about working people and then cut worker regular. Jesus, I just got tongue-tied like a motherfucker. Like I can say I care about working people, then cut worker regulations, bust unions, and outsource jobs. Okay, I get you now. So what you're saying is that while rhetorically Trump was acting as a populist, effectively he's not acting as a populist. I still don't like populism. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, you know, populism is the best thing since sliced bread. To me personally, I like the idea of you know, our laws and stuff coming through slow progress, if that makes sense. Like, I like the fighting back and forth between groups of people who are maybe a little bit smarter than you or me, who know more, but Yeah, and Elaney, I think really the reason why I don't like populism is because we have a massively uneducated people. Our people are falling behind in every conceivable metric, and instead of trying to bolster our education system, we're literally stripping it. So, isn't the Girl Hottest movement a populist cookout movement? I don't think so. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Connor, because if it is, I might have to renounce my Girl Hottism. Maybe like Trump is a populist, Trump admin is not a populist admin. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I would agree with Well QC John there. I feel like Real Hotism is just like normie centrism. It's extreme normality. Phil Runner, I think I agree with that. Like Trump is a populist. Don't you dare renounce. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I do the Grill Shalom shit. I can't. It's an extreme fundamental. It is an extremist fundamentalist centrist movement where I want you to be radically normal. I want you to spread your normality all around the world. Elaney said material populism is trying to help everyone. Why am I stumbling over populism tonight? Jesus. But okay, fair. Totally fair. These gender war women are fucking insane, and gender war men are blaming on problems that are the problem with capitalism on women. I mean, I'm not going to be the first. I'm not going to say capitalism's perfect. Mir said, but I'm weird though. Like the SpongeBob wearing the "Hi, I am normal" name tag, kind of like that. But I want you to be like radically normal. So like when people are out yelling at you, going, "Why aren't you being extreme?" You go, "Because I have a job, and because I go outside and do other things." Because I think that's being radically normal. Stumbling because you're not a populist, basically. Shit, I lost my train of thought. I had a thought, and then it just totally fucking out of existence. This is the danger of streaming while not inebriated. Gender war women are fucking insane. Gender war women to blame problems that are problem of capitalism on women. I can agree with that, Elaney, to an extent, in terms of like lower standards of living, the like idea that your self-worth is tied to your net worth and how that, does it. Streaming while sober. Yeah, just rewind. I wish I could, bro. I wish I could just whoop, and I would take all my fuck-ups out. I would never say again. Sounds like me at a protest. Someone asked me, why aren't you angry at XYZ? Because I have a job. It's not necessarily, that it's like, because you have a job that you're not angry, but it's more like I have a set amount of time and energy I can dedicate to being angry at this thing, and I've done it. I've dedicated my time and energy, and I'm no longer angry at the thing. I feel like that's kind of what you got to do. Federalist 1 basically says that, like, populists will lean to tyranny, but aggressively normal and boring politicians lead to good government. Bass guitar, that's where I'm at. I agree a lot. I feel like our founding fathers were pretty based. Crazy. I mean, they weren't like based on everything, but they're pretty based. Laney says capitalism is us fucking ass. Say it with me. Capitalism sucks dick. Well, I'm saying it with you, but not like I'm saying it because you said it, right? Entrepreneurialism is not capitalism. Working hard and getting compensated and maybe being able to buy a house and live a great life has nothing to do with capitalism. Mixed market economies are based. How about that? Can I say that? Is that fair? Mixed market economies are cool. I feel like I can say. I feel like that's pretty agreeable. Okay. All right. Mixed market economies. Fuck yeah. I won't say capitalism. I'll say mixed market, because you're right. Capitalism is different. Markets are cool. Based. True. Let's see how we all feel when we have no income. Not wrong. Well, QC John said, but if Dems were to court young men, it would require them to espouse policies that cut against the Karen bloc by embracing some values that fall outside the care fairness doctrine. That is true. That is true. Runner said there were a bunch of crazy young geniuses if we were using 47 as the measure. Oh, 100%. 100%. But, that's a different time and more than just one great man. Ooh-wee. But, yeah, so I think back, well, QC John, to your point about if Dems were to court young men, I feel like you're kind of right, but I also feel like, well, I'm trying to think of a policy. So like you were saying, like tax cuts and stuff, because tax cuts would help young men ultimately, but it would hurt the Karens and moms because you would have to probably cut back on like welfare and shit. Huh. And military is like a traditionally male thing. It's a tough needle to thread, and I feel like you're right. Like Dems really can't win. They don't know how they are hapless. Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah, no, maybe Dems can't win. Maybe it'll take like an enlightened population. Maybe it takes realizing that fuck you got, well, I don't know if that's even a fair assessment, because like I wouldn't necessarily, it's retarded, but being retarded is probably helping. Yeah, it's retarded, but bringing retarded back is probably helping. I mean, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I think that if you are dumb and you go beyond what is normal dumb, I need a word for that. And regarded just doesn't work. I even used to say that someone was highly regarded in artistic circles, but that one just doesn't work. It doesn't bite. Now, anytime I see the, highly regarded, like, oh, the highly regarded author, I'm like, which is fucking stupid. That's fucking dumb. But my 12-year-old brain goes, Mulaney said capitalism basically extracting wealth and saying, OMG, billionaires deserve this. No one is a capitalist because they don't own a lot. If you're thinking of capitalizing on an opportunity and gaining wealth, pretty much capitalism is Elon Musk should have money. He is a job creator and ordained by God, I guess. Fell runner, no, wait, I like that. Fair enough. Bass guitar, it's the Michael Scott theory. You don't call disabled people retarded. True! You call people retarded when they're acting retarded. Bass guitar. Based. And I think that it's just one of those things that society just kind of needs to get over. Like we just need to move on. Oh, is Haspar back? Is he the one that was the Iranian dude? I don't think so. Sorry, I have Connor's thing up just in case we want to swap over to that, but I don't know what they're talking about, and I don't know how the conversation's going. And I can't put on closed captions, so I'll never know. But I guess, so, Elaney, I feel like that's crony capitalism. What you're describing, extracting wealth and saying, OMG, billionaires deserve this. I feel like that's crony capitalism, and I would agree that that's definitely not right. But again, I'm also more of a mixed market kind of guy, because the government needs to probably assist you in some things. It's probably pretty fucking fair that the government help you out when you need it, because you need them. Retarded people are not retarded. Schroeder. Based. Elaney, capitalism in general is crony capitalism. I think we'll have to agree to disagree there, just because for me, I see that there are different levels to it. Like a mixed market economy is semi-capitalist, The end goal is to walk away with everything. I'm assuming you're saying everything. Which fair. I guess so. I guess. Fine. Okay, I'm just a mixed market boy. Okay, so apparently, some good news I just read literally just now. The memo itself has not been widely shared with the agency, according to a whistleblower complaint, but its contents have been used to train new ICE officers. You guys play Monopoly, come on. Okay, fair. Back to the thing at hand, because sure, capitalism bad, but I'm more concerned about these ICE motherfuckers being able to break down your door. So the memo hasn't been widely distributed, but they are teaching new ICE officers that it's okay for them to break down your fucking door. This is how innocent and non-innocent people, this is just how people get shot. This is how we devolve into chaos. Because every time someone knocks on your door, even if you're a legal citizen, no longer protected by the law. Well, I guess the law never really had to protect you in the first place, but My local subreddit has posts saying they spotted ICE around, so cool. Yeah, I've seen some too. A good amount, actually. Civil war may happen, but it's very rare. Elaney, I really hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. I'm not the kind of person who's like a dim fool going, "Oh, civil war, oh," because I understand that violence is bad and something like a civil war would literally tear this country apart. And brother fighting brother is not chill. It's not chill. It's fucked. Things are fucked, man. But they can be better. It's not all doom and gloom. At least we're not going after fucking Greenland anymore. Now we're going to turn our attention back to some other poor shithole. And, well, actually, Greenland isn't a shithole. So wherever we turn our attention to, I'm very sorry. But Greenland is off limits now. In order for Dems to even begin to try to attempt to entice young men, they first have to realize to accept that boys are not broke girls, men are not broken women. Well, QC John, I feel like part of that also goes with like how education is, because education is definitely geared towards women these days, like how it's done. And that's not me being sexist or anything, or like saying like, oh, it's bad, but like the idea of like rote memorization and shit like that, that's a little bit more oriented towards like lady brains, whereas male brains are better with hands-on shit. This is all stuff I was taught within the past 10 years, so you can't fucking yell at me. Yell at the collegiate education system for educators, okay? You can't yell at me. But yeah. Troubles, we won't fight a war, probably. Minnesota government doesn't recognize ICE as another government agency. Civil wars don't start on the street, I guess, but they get there. Eventually they end up in the street, right? Greenland is a shithole. Okay, well, there we go. Greenland's a shithole. It's been confirmed by Twitch. Twitch chat confirmed Greenland is a shithole. That's why I could call it Greenland, because no one wanted to move to frozen wasteland. Fair. Fair. If I ever encounter ICE, Bass Guitar said, and they demand to see my ID, I'm pulling a Dave Chappelle and mooning them. Fun fact, SCOTUS says mooning is protected free speech. Based! And make sure you spread your fucking ass and all over their nose. Actually, that might be assault. Actually, don't do that. That's Fed posting. Don't do that. That's why they call it Greenland. Well, QC John said that's what I'm talking about. I didn't have enough letters. There you go. Follower said Lady Brains. I'm sure they love that. It's not how it's described, but look, man, I'm trying. Okay, word no do good, especially when, as Mir pointed out, I'm streaming while sober. Slightly. So back to our stupid fuck ass news. Because I think now, according to chat, it looks like they're fucking talking about the goddamn Renee Good shooting in Connors, and I can't do it again. I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough. Holy fuck. Its contents have been used to train new ICE officers. That fucking sent me into a spiral. That's right, I went white pill. Yay! It's not widespread. And then I went immediately black pill into, oh fuck, new ICE officers are learning this. Politics, JK. You gotta spend some quality time with the wife. Have a good one, brother. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. We're gonna watch a lot more Lost and maybe some Desperate Housewives. Because I love my wife, and loving your wife is based. Tell Mrs. Politics, JK that stream said, have a good one. Thank you for stopping by, too. So, Fallout tonight? Yes, true. I need to watch it tomorrow. Affluent white female urban liberal. Is that awful? Oh, that is awful. Nice. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, make sure everybody, if you haven't watched the new Fallout series, make sure you have. It's pretty good. This comes from a Fallout veteran fan, so you can't call me a fake fan or a tourist. And if you did call me a tourist, well, give your balls a tug, tit fucker. New ICE hires and those still in training are being told to follow the memo's guidance instead of written training materials that actually contradict the memo, according to the whistleblower disclosure. Okay, right back to the black pill, guys. Fuck it. Yeah, let's just teach ICE to do two different things. Let's have our old officers go, what the fuck are you doing, newbie? When the newbie goes, I'm gonna break down this door, because the newbie is fucking stupid. Jesus fucking Christ. It is unclear how broadly the directive has been applied in immigration enforcement operations. The AP witnessed ICE officers ramming through the front door of a home of a Liberian man in Minneapolis on January 11th with only an administrative warrant, wearing heavy tactical gear and with their rifles drawn. So that one warrant that I remember seeing, well, actually, no, I was thinking of a different one. And because that guy was not Liberian or a pedophile or whatever. He was just a random dude because they were like 2 blocks away from where they actually needed to be. Yay. The change is almost certain to meet legal challenges and stiff criticism from advocacy groups and immigrant-friendly state and local governments that have spent years successfully urging people not to open their doors unless ICE shows them a warrant signed by a judge. The AP obtained the memo and the whistleblower complaint from an official in Congress who shared it on the condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive documents. AP verified the authenticity of the accounts in the complaint. Fashion, what is up, my guy? How the fuck are you doing? I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Good to see you. We are currently talking about and breaking down the new memo that has come to light from ICE today, where ICE, and specifically new ICE members, are being told and trained to just break down doors instead with non-judicial warrants. So they're not even getting like judicial warrants, and they're trying to break down fucking doors. It's so great. I'm glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing good. Sorry to come in on such a terrible note, but you know, it's life. We gotta keep pushing. Yes, yes. Fuck your Fourth Amendment rights, Fashion 40. You don't deserve them, apparently. Yes, yes. Real goose step and stop-o shit. That's for sure. The memo signed by the acting director of ICE, Todd Lyons, and dated May. This was back in May 12th. Holy fuck. Says, although the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has not historically relied on administrative warrants alone to arrest aliens subject to final orders of removal in their place of residence, the DHS Office of the General Counsel has recently determined that the U.S. Constitution, the Immigration and Nationality Act, and the immigration regulations do not prohibit relying on administrative warrants for this purpose. That just sounds like such fucking horseshit. That sounds like somebody who... I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure in the United States Constitution there's the Fourth Amendment, which means you can't just break down somebody's door for unreasonable search and seizure. Especially when you're getting things wrong so fucking often. Also, when people are not happy with your organization at all, talk about shooting yourself in the fucking foot. Okay, all right. Let's play a game. All right, I want you to imagine this. Everybody right now, 80% of the country hates your fucking guts. Massive federal class action lawsuit. Christian Valerius, I'm telling you, bro. It's going to be, and you know what else is massive? Sorry, I'm a Nick the Oreo watcher too. But yeah, no, there's going to be huge fucking federal class action from this. Good to see you. Good to see you. Holy fuck. That's my thing. They're 75% wrong. Yeah, I mean, like, they're about wrong 3/4 of the time, it feels like. Oh, this is fucking wild. The memo does not detail how that determination was made nor what its legal repercussions might be. That's how you know it's bullshit, all right? When someone says, I have investigated myself and found that I can do more wrong, well, fuck. I guess you can because you investigated your fucking self. When asked about the memo, Homeland Security spokeswoman Tricia McLaughlin said in an emailed statement to the AP that everyone the department serves with an administrative warrant has already had, quote, full due process and a final order of removal. That's not how that works. She said the officers issuing those warrants have also found probable cause for a person's arrest. She said the Supreme Court and Congress have, quote, recognized the propriety of the administrative warrants in cases of immigration enforcement without elaborating. McLaughlin did not respond to questions about whether ICE officers entered a person's home since the memo was issued, relying solely on administrative warrant, and if so, how often? Uh-oh, something just crashed. Oh my god, we're doing ICE twice? Nah, fuck that, dude. I can't do it. All right, well, then there goes my plan. I was going to stream snipe Connor, but yeah, CV, I'm not doing another fucking... I can't do the fucking level 1 shit, bro. I can't do the level 1 shit. All right, look. Renee Good shooting, not good. Not good. Let's focus on what this means, because ICE just released a memo stating that they're going to fucking break down your door. And they don't even have the fucking right warrants for it. They're impeding on your Fourth Amendment. But yes, let's talk about fucking Renee Good. Yes, let's do it again. Let's fucking go over it again. This poor woman. If I have to hear officer involved jeopardy one more fucking day. Officer involved jeopardy. How was that? Should I do the whisper more? I feel like if I whisper, it's like ASMR. And I don't know if you guys like that. I feel like that fucks with your ears. That would fuck with me. Whistleblower Aid, a non-profit legal organization that assists workers exposing wrongdoing, said in the whistleblower complaint obtained by the AP that it represents 2 anonymous U.S. government officials, quote, disclosing a secretive and seemingly unconstitutional policy directive. Wow, a streamer talking about level 4, fine fucking Lee. Well, Fell Runner, that's what matters to me, right? I just can't do I can't do the fucking bullshit on the shooting because we're not gonna, it doesn't matter, okay? It does not fucking matter how many times we talk about that shooting. It doesn't matter how many times we bring up that poor woman's fucking brutal shooting. It's not going to change whatever outcome that's going to happen, right? It's just not. It's terrible. It's sad as fuck. She shouldn't have died. Other guy shouldn't have put himself in the way. Sure. It happened. We have to now look to the future as to what does this mean? Well, fucking Kristi Noem, DHS secretary, said, actually, she was a fucking terrorist. So now we have to deal with that. And it's just, holy fuck, man. It's so fucked. It's so fucked. Yes, Mir, we are in a hellscape. We're in a hellscape of our own design. We made this, even though we didn't want it. We're here. Fuck me. Base Guitar said, just don't use the hard R. Lol. Christian Valeris, if Connor is going to give us this much psychic damage, he could at least post an announcement in Discord. True! True, Connor, if you ever watch any of my fucking content, watch this right now. Post your fucking announcements in Discord. Thank you very much, baby. I love you. I love your walls, too. Please don't evict Big Bertha. She's all I have left besides grass. Anyway, Bellrunner said, guys, we finally solved level 1. Guys? Ice pulls up? Yeah, basically. Basically. A wave of recent high-profile arrests, many unfolding at private homes and businesses and captured on video, that's just so fucking spooky, has shined a spotlight on immigration arrest tactics, including officers' use of proper warrants. Gluck gluck. I just don't want to be kicked out in the cold when that Florida snow arrives, you know? Oh, Jesus. Christian Valera said, I will get Connor to write dunce on his fucking ODST helmet if I have to buy one. Have him ship it to me, send it back to him with dunce and yapper. Based. Get him to wear it. I've been drinking. That's fair, Christian Valeris. I'd be drinking. I would be drinking right now if it didn't fuck with my tummy. I'm doing it too. It's okay. That's fair. That's fair. We love it. We love a little Gluck Gluck 9000. That's how it goes. Most immigration arrests are carried out under administrative warrants, internal documents issued by immigration authorities that authorize the arrest of a specific individual but do not permit officers to forcibly enter private homes or other non-public spaces without consent. Only warrants signed by judges carry that authority. Only warrants signed by judges carry that authority. Only warrants signed by judges carry that authority. Okay. I think we've gotten the point across now. The Fourth Amendment is being violated. Fashion 40 said, Florida snow is great for the nose. Until you do too much of it, then you get a little hole in your septum, apparently. Mir said, I'm not. I got to work in the morning. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too. Trying to get my wife to stay home from work tomorrow because it's going to snow, even though it won't stick. I just want her to stay home. I just miss her during the day. And I'm working from home, and all I have is a dog that doesn't even look at me and just licks a lot, and it's kind of fucking annoying. But I love my Layla. And then I have Nala too, but I don't know, she's vibing somewhere. She doesn't really hang out. I have a septum, it'll be okay. Then you're fine, bro. Just do it all. Unless it's cut with Fent, then you take the forever nap. Another reason to miss the 1980s. Back when the booger sugar was pure, damn it. We shouldn't have done that to Pablo Escobar, bro. We shouldn't have done that. That's my libertarian speaking, saying we shouldn't have done that to Pablo Escobar. Authority? Watch the ICE commander's Imperial commander walk down the street. Basically. Well, QC John said they're calling for 18 inches here in central Indiana. I'm not going to central Indiana. Okay, we're back. Now, only if I can get the cat to chill. She'll chill out. He'll chill out. Sorry. He will chill out. It just takes time. All law enforcement operations, including those conducted by ICE and Customs and Border Protection, CBP, not CBT. We made that joke earlier. CBP, are governed by the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution, which protects all people in the country from unreasonable searches and seizures. Now, I think having immigration customs enforcement is fine. I think that We probably need ICE. We probably need CBP, not CBT. We don't necessarily need CBT unless you're into that. Unless you're into that. But they definitely need to be downsized. 700% budget to ICE, and then it's fucking crazy. They don't need a budget that big. They don't need to be going door to door just trying to hunt down fucking illegals when they're not even going after real criminals. All right, if ICE was going into fucking gangbanger territory and getting into gang shootouts and then taking down those people, or like not even necessarily getting into gang shootouts, but like taking down those dudes, only those dudes, it'd be fucking sick. People would be like, fuck yeah, ICE, I'll buy your whole fucking squad a sandwich. But that's not what they're doing all the time, and it's sad. It's very sad. Fell Runner, that's fucking funny. You're too funny to be in this chat, Phil. Christian Valera said, I mean, the CIA did fund/work with the Cali cartel to hunt down Escobar. If we got them to control the entire American drug trade, FIT would never become a thing. Probably wouldn't have. We'd probably just all be doing cocaine financed by the government, which is, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of cool. Fashion 40 said, LMFAO, well, I'm a shroom and grass man now, based. Always good to, you know, be natural or whatever, I guess. Alcohol's technically natural too, so if you want to drink, I don't care. Well, QC John said, I've already got the blade on the tractor, the heat lamps are ready in the chicken coop, and the seed trays are in the barn under the grow light. We ready. Fuck yeah, dude. Christian Valera said, my libertarian take, if the U.S. government is willing to fund certain terrorist groups against our geopolitical enemies, we could work to centralize the drug trade under one controlling group. Interesting, Christian Valeris. Honestly, I don't think I've ever put that much thought into how to, like, essentially, but I mean, that's not a bad idea. And also, very true, if we're going to fund terrorist organizations, and we're going to give them weapons and money and shit, why don't we also make a centralized cartel? Because then it's all under us, right? Like, it's all under the CIA. Now, I feel like that's not just a little libertarian, it's a little neo-conservative there, almost. Interesting. Honestly, based. You know what? Final verdict? Based. Based, Christian Valeris. That's the final verdict. Final answer. Locking that shit in. Show me the money. I was right. It's based. Fell Runner. Oh, dude. Yeah, I need to make sure all my shit's dripping. Maybe not tonight. I think tonight we're okay, but tomorrow for sure I'm going to be running around making sure I got all my shit on. And it's Georgia, too. It shouldn't be this fucking cold. People can legally refuse federal immigration. People can legally refuse federal immigration agents entry into private property if the agents only have an administrative warrant, with some limited exceptions. I love this. So essentially, we have the dichotomy of man. Which way, Western... Hold on. Which way, MAGA, will you take? ICE could break down your door at any moment because it really doesn't matter if you're not illegal or not. They can just do that because they can be wrong and human? Or do you go, this is infringing on my Fourth Amendment rights, and therefore this government is tyrannical? Which way? Which way you going? Which way you going? And I think the thing that really pisses me off, and the thing that I just don't understand, and I can never understand, I know what it is, never mind, I don't even have to go on a spiel. It's a lack of empathy. It's a lack of genuine fucking, like, sympathy or empathy for another person. It's the idea that as long as it doesn't happen to me or mine, it's okay. But the second it does, you best believe I'm crying foul. You know, you can be forced to carry around your birth certificate and your ID. Don't you dare make me wear a mask and have a COVID vaccine, you motherfucker. That's kind of where we're at. I got our food for the weekend. Me too. Filmed a little haul for my wife in her TikTok because she likes to torture me like that. Federal agents this month, I don't even actually know if it went on TikTok, this month rammed the door of the Minneapolis home of a Liberian man with a deportation order from 2023. Okay, well, that's kind of a long-standing one. Who was then arrested. Documents reviewed by the AP revealed the agents only had an administrative warrant, meaning there was no judge who authorized the raid on private property. Even if that guy overstayed his visa way too fucking long, breaking the Fourth Amendment to do it is a slippery slope. We should not be doing that. We should not be saying that's okay. It's not okay. They don't consider people who are illegal as people. Real disgusting behavior. And that's what I don't get, because the Constitution doesn't say citizens of the United States. It says people. It says all people. If laws only applied to citizens, why the fuck would you go to that country? What would be the point? I could do anything and just get fucked. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm sorry, I don't even have to do anything and I could get fucked. Fashion 40 said, it's funny they didn't want to wear masks then, but it's not. But now it's all good for ICE to wear masks to do their fuck shit. Exactly, dude. Like, all of this shit, it's literally rules for thee, not for me. And I fucking hate it. It's fucking stupid. If you want to be dumb, be consistently dumb. Or alternatively, change and show me that you're changing. This is obviously just consistently fucking stupid. Christian Valera said they 100% not doing this shit in Castle Doctrine states. Bro, you better fucking believe they're not. If they, the first time that happens to the wrong fucking house, I'm not going to Fed post. I'm not going to Fed post. But the first time that happens to the wrong fucking house, holy shit, was that like a river of ice all winter or what? Oh, ew, gross, Weld. Weld, I just read your thing. Holy fuck, dude. That's crazy. Christian Valera said, bright side, more libs need to wake the fuck up and realize anti-2A isn't the way to go. Based. Holy shit, yes, we need more fucking 2A libs. I guess technically I'm libertarian left now, so I'll be your 2A lib. I can do that. Buy a gun, learn how to use it, and protect yourself, protect your loved ones, protect your friends and family. It is pure irony, Fellrunner. It's pure irony, and it does fucking suck. Memo shown to select officials. The memo says ICE officers can forcibly enter homes and arrest immigrants using a just signed administrative warrant known as an I-205 if they have a final order of removal issued by an immigration judge, the Board of Immigration Appeals, or a district judge or magistrate judge. The memo says officers must first knock on the door and share who they are and why they're at the residence. They're limited in the hours they can go into the home after 6 a.m. and before 10 p.m. That's fucking weird. The people inside must give a, quote, reasonable chance to act lawfully, but if that doesn't work, the memo says they can use force to go in. Wow, this is fucking crazy. I want to read the actual memo, but I don't know if AP will have like a link or anything to it. I don't know if they can do that. Should the alien refuse admittance, ICE officers and agents should use only a necessary and reasonable amount of force to enter the alien's residence, following proper notification of the officer or agent's authority and intent to enter, the memo reads. The memo is addressed to all ICE personnel, but has been only been shown to, quote, select DHS officials, who then shared it with some employees who were then told to read it and return it. Whistleblower aide wrote in the disclosure. Okay, cool. One of the two whistleblowers was allowed to view the memo only in the presence of a supervisor and then had to give it back. That person was not allowed to take notes. A whistleblower was able to access the document and lawfully disclose to Congress, whistleblower aide said. Based. I'm glad Congress has this, and I'm glad we're moving on with that. Although the memo was issued in May, David Kilgerman, Senior Vice President and Special Counsel at Whistleblower Aid, said it took time for its clients to find a, quote, safe and legal path to disclose it to lawmakers and the American people. Well, I'm glad we finally know. I need to fall back where the libs used to be around Obama 1. Yeah, guns are based. ICE officers are told to rely solely on administrative warrants, memo says. ICE has been rapidly hiring thousands of new deportation officers to carry out the president's mass deportation agenda. They're trained at a federal law enforcement training center in Brunswick, Georgia. No, Kemp, why you do this to me? Well, this is why he's giving me $300 or whatever. My wife, oh no, that's right, $500. My wife and I, we're getting $500 as a couple because we did our taxes and because of the ICE stuff. During a visit there by the AP in August, ICE officials said repeatedly the new officers are being trained to follow the Fourth Amendment. But according to the whistleblower's account, newly hired ICE officers are being told they can rely solely on administrative warrants to enter homes and to make arrests, even though that conflicts with written Homeland Security training materials. Real quick, back on my bullshit. This goes back to the idea that we read, I believe, last week, where ICE is only getting about 48 days of training. So of the 48 days of their training, at least 1 or 2 of them is dedicated to, yeah, bro, you can fucking break into people's houses. So, yeah, this is great. This is so good. Who could ever see this going wrong? Not me, bro. Not me. ICE officers often wait for hours for the person they're hoping to arrest to come outside so they can make the arrest on the sidewalk or at the person's work. Public places where they're allowed to operate without the risk of infringing on the person's Fourth Amendment rights, which is what you should do. Don't fuck with the Fourth Amendment. Whistleblower aid called the new policy a, quote, complete break from the law and undercuts the Fourth Amendment and it's the right it protects. Yes, it does. So, to sum up what we've read today, shit is not only a little fucked, shit's pretty fucked in terms of like where we are for our rights. And what really matters to me isn't that one side or the other is using ICE a certain way. What matters to me is that any side at all is infringing on my rights. They're infringing on my Fourth Amendment rights. And that is something I cannot abide. And I don't think anybody should be okay with it. I think everybody should be speaking up and saying, hey, this is fucked. This is not something we should be doing. In fact, this is even, dare I say it, wrong. Like, it doesn't make any sense to be championing this position. It's so fucking bad. Have a good one, Mir. We will see you later. I guess we could do drama, but I don't really want to do drama. Drama fucking sucks. All right. What are they talking about now? Hold on. Let me see what Connor and Dylan are talking about. They're not even talking.
So, somebody asked what police department Connor worked for. I was gonna do a joke.
I Must Sleep Now comedy. Yeah, basically. They moved on to Geopol base. We can watch that. All right. Let's hear their Geopol takes.
County is around me. Polk County. You know that it's like I think the last name of the guy is like Judd. And he releases those things where it's like, why did your officers shoot the guy, 87 times? And they're like,
that?
Well, because they didn't have 88 bullets. Like that's.
Fellrunner said, yeah, my soy life experience has always been libs are gun shy, but also libs are like wrong about the prescriptions of what people do and do not want. We really fucked ourselves over, for example, on social politics. That's true. They're talking about China and Russia. Let's see if they're still doing it.
The time are.
He's over a redneck part of Florida, and they fucking love him. They love him.
Nope. They're talking about some other shit, I guess. Bass Guitar said, my wife is a naturalized citizen, and it sucks because we're nervous going out in public. She worked to be a citizen, not get participation trophy citizenship like me. Oftentimes, most of the time, Bass Guitar, immigrants know like way more about the United States and shit than most citizens do because they have to take a test. I think that's pretty based.
And blah, 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 blah. And if you want to come for us, as you said on...
Okay. All right. I don't think that's anything we need to listen to right now. Let's go to AP again. I was hoping there'd be more, and I guess they were doing Geopol, but maybe I came in right at the tail end. That's my fault. Yeah, I don't really know if there's anything else too interesting here. We're coming for you, Connor. Exactly. We can keep watching and see if it gets a little bit spicy before I just totally, say no. Let's go back. Let's see if it gets any spicier. Nope, that sounds like a sigh of a man about to go.
Yeah.
That's the sigh of a man about to leave.
All right. Well, what I would say is, I love talking with you, but we did do 2 hours.
Yep.
I wouldn't even mind doing this whenever, dude. Like you're on the other side of the world. You're in the United States. You're doing whatever.
This is the thing I like about these talks, Connor. I like these talks because I disagree with you in key areas. I'm definitely more progressive than you. I don't often drop my friends from the Crucible. I don't drop that line very often, but that's part of the reason why I like talking to you, because I know there's certain principles about the Republic that we share, and it's a baseline that we can build dialogue upon in a country where a lot of the people
Dylan's eyes are really fucking blue. Sorry, his eyes are super blue.
Crazy.
And like there's a lot of people who represent what you believe, and a lot of people what I believe in. So having these talks back and forth are very useful. And I never feel any bad faith in our dialogues.
No. This is something that I told Pisco because I've been hanging out with Pisco a little bit on a semi-frequent basis. We have a new podcast. It's called Point and Piss.
Yay! Point and Piss mention.
That's not real.
Point and Piss mention.
Point and Piss.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I wish that was our podcast, but no.
Wait.
Chad, he shouted it out. Point and Piss.
No, this is I know we just wrapped up, but I just got a huge
No, we don't have to like rap. I was just saying that we're getting close to 2 hours, and I like to keep it around 2 hours.
I thought I respected you, Connor.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know this about you.
What?
About your record. Someone dug through the files, Connor. You want to tell the truth right now before I drop this truth bomb, Connor?
Go for it.
It's going to be stupid.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
From Thomas. He wasn't a real cop. I know these guys a mile away. I worked 23 years. This guy's a pretender. Dylan, do better. I want to apologize. I had no knowledge that Connor.
Yeah, Connor's not a real cop, bro. Bro's never been a real cop before in his life.
I did 4 years in Lake County, Florida, in a city that's kind of nice. I'm not going to say it more than that, but I got plenty of law enforcement stories. They're all real. I loved them.
And he even talks about his law enforcement stories. Dude, yeah, Dylan's community is pretty fucking soy, but, you know. Everybody gets a little soy, you know what I'm saying? More progressive than liberal, true.
And then just recently, I'm in my late 30s now. Just recently, I became a full-time content creator in...
Tail, you see that tail wagging right there? That puppy knows she's about to go potty.
Well, you know, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I just want to say, like, you know.
Allegedly.
The claims of the alleged cop counterpoints against the claims of Thomas, what was it? W6J2Q. A well-known.
Hold on, I have to shit post in chat.
Faker buster, you know, protecting the honor of the
Good luck, buddy. Good luck. Good luck. But I do think that I do like to keep it tight around 2 hours just so people can listen to the VOD or whatever. So I think I'm going to bid you adieu. But what I would say, adieu. What I would say is I'm available, man. I'm around. Aww. So if you want to do this.
Connor's around. You hear that? Connor gets around. That's the best fucking commentary I have for this.
Not in that way.
All right. All right. That was also back when they thought Lycan was a conservative. Holy fuck. All right. We'll let them do their goodbyes. That's cute. That was cute. I'm glad that they get to talk. Because I feel like Connor's a good dude. Dylan's a good dude. I like Dylan's geopoll stuff. I know it's not everybody's favorite. But that's fair. 33. Oh, I thought that said a 33-minute read. I was about to say, fuck that. All right. One last thing we'll check out maybe is the stock market. Like it a conservative. That's fucking crazy. Fashion 40 said, dude, I just got home. Going to have dinner with the missus. Fashion 40, have a great fucking day, man. Tell your missus that the centers and cogs say. Have a good one, brother. Love you too. Grill Shala. I'll see you tomorrow. How cute. I expect conservatives to be like MAGA dick sucks, but the amount of fucking libertarians. It's Christian Valeris. It really fucking sucks. Oh my God. Fashion 40, thank you, bro. I'm probably only going for like another like 25, 30 minutes, but I appreciate that, dog. I appreciate that. But Christian Valeris, back to what you're saying. I feel like if you really have conservative beliefs, you can't really like you can mind meld maybe a bit of Trump 1, but Trump 2, man, you can't fucking make that shit click if you truly believe in a smaller government. Bass guitar, I wouldn't blame you for losing your shit though. Like, I'm not going to tell you to Fed post. I'm not going to Fed post right here. But as an American, I feel like I have a right to Fed post, god damn it. I feel like every single one of us has at least one free pass, but I don't think we actually do in reality, so I'm not going to. But I wouldn't blame you for losing your shit, brother. I wouldn't blame you at all. Weld still gunning to get his hometown built. I feel like that's going to be really awesome when Fashion 40 does it. I love his builds, man. I'm not even really into like the Sim Cities or whatever, but I'll watch him build anything, dog. I would watch him build anything. So I guess our stocks recovered after they plunged with Greenland stuff. U.S. stock market bounced back from its worst day since October, crazy, on Wednesday after fucking Donald Trump, so funny, said he reached the framework for a deal about Greenland and an island he's long coveted and won't impose tariffs he threatened on some small European countries. The S&P rallied 1.2% after Trump said the deal, if consummated, would be a great one for the United States of America and its allies in the NATO region. The announcement triggered an immediate move to higher the stock market, which found solace early in the day after Trump ratcheted down on his rhetoric and told business and government leaders in Europe they would not use force to take the piece of ice. The de-escalation tensions helped the S&P 500 recover just over half of its 2.1% drop from the day before and pull closer to its all-time high set earlier this month. Dow Jones jumped 588 points, or 1.2%. NASDAQ Composite climbed 1.2% as well. Well, fuck. I guess we're moving up in the world with the stock market, guys, so everything's fine. Well, QC John said, well, Sen, you also have to remember that even some right-wingers are way more open now to socialist-type policies. It may only be for white people or citizens, however they phrase it, but there. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're 100% right, Will. And it scares the fuck out of me, dude. I told Connor to send his chat to you. Oh, well, Fellrunner, you don't have to do that, bro. I don't know how to act with that many people, bro. I'm just going through news. What am I going to do? Holy fuck. They were like, let's go for another 5. Dog, they don't want no smoke with me, I guess. Well, I'm not giving smoke, but they just don't want to fuck. They just don't fuck with me, okay? It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I Janny for free anyway. Act weird and ask? No. Fuck that. No, no way. I'm not even going to be live long enough for it to matter, right? But yeah, I remember everyone hating Connor too. And I thought that shit was funny as fuck. Treasury yields also eased in the bond market, another signal of reduced worries among investors. So basically, to TLDR this, Connor needs to raid you if he leaves before you. True, if he does. But that's up to him. That's up to him. Or you guys. I feel weird about that shit, you know? Like, it's his stream, it's his show. I don't want to like go in there. I feel weird like talking about myself streaming sometimes. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good way to promote myself, but I also don't know how to do that shit either. So if you guys want to be my promoters, I won't say no. But to TLDR, I guess because of the tariff threats going away, because of the potential NATO breaking going away, stocks are up, baby. By the way, why can't we super chat? About to super chat Connor, found some extra moolah for the month. Don't run from success. Fellrunner, dog, I've been running from success my entire life, okay? I started streaming, back in like 2016. No, it was like 2016. Yeah, I could have stuck with it then. I could have probably made it. 2020 came around. Could have stuck with it then. I could have made it. But this time, I don't know. Things are different. I have my own place. I feel a lot more comfortable. I have a steady income, so I don't have to worry about that. Maybe this is the time where I really fucking, you know, batten down the hatches and make it happen. Maybe this is when I make it happen. Christian Valerius, you can't super chat because I am I'm a 6-piece chicken McNobody. All right. I'm not even a 3-piece chicken McNobody. I'm a 6-piece. I need 500 subs, and I need like, I think it's like a 400 watch hours. It is hard out here for a streamer, and I heard it's even harder out here for a pimp. It's hard out here for a pimp. Well, QC John said, I've been screaming at him to keep streaming, but he keeps taking weekends off and won't lock in. I'm trying, though. I know. I suck. All right? It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I need 3,000 valid watch hours. I don't even know what that was. Snip Connor so he can answer for his lateness. Fair. We'll pull Connor up. We'll see if they're still talking, because if they're still talking, I'll just put a little smiley face in chat, and he'll know what that means.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's not healthy for her to do that, but again, we allow the freak shows.
I'm gonna make him feel guilty.
Tons of sports that destroy people's bodies and such. We put certain limits, like you can't do steroids, but I don't know if she used performance-enhancing drugs to put forth that performance.
She might be. Well, hold on. So where we land on this, though, typically once I fight my liberals for long enough, because my liberals are very dogged, where they're like, you can't articulate a particular harm, therefore it's fine.
There we go. Now I'm over
like that. We just do that for like 30 minutes.
Well, it's not about whether it's.
Why is it Bonnie Blue?
Well, sure, it could be legal. I said she should be institutionalized.
I condemn the
it's not illegal to
but
be
I'm
crazy.
going to go arrest you for your degeneracy is another.
No, I didn't say arrested. I said
institutionalized.
Institutionalized.
I've been institutionalized once before.
That's forced to see a therapist.
I'm so fucking confused right now. They were just winding down, and now they're in like a heated debate. Well, Bud123, you're not gonna get welcome to Goonopolis like that, bro. You're never gonna join the pile people like that, dog.
Fucking wooded, it sucks. Like all the chairs are weighted. You can't throw chairs at people. It sucks. They have it on like one channel, and the whole time it was Joel Olstein. Look, it's not. It is not a good time. Okay, so look, if you're gonna take away somebody's freedom, you need a good reason for public good. But I would say, like, I don't know.
Maybe life. Connor really wants to see the vid. That's crazy. 5 more minutes, right?
and you can go in like good business practices. Maybe you need to get a health inspector in there.
A health inspector.
Check out the different rooms, make sure everything's good.
He hates all of this. I love this.
That's big.
Somebody said something mad funny in chat. They're like, hold on, Bonnie Blue isn't natty.
Bonnie Blue isn't natty. Holy fuck. Christian Valera said most of this is all jokes, but he's so focused on sex works and shit, he unironically never went into debates against it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very much not one of those people who like is really. I kind of, it's the libertarian in me. I don't give a fuck as long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting others. Even if you are hurting yourself, as long as you're not hurting others or like other people don't depend on you to not hurt yourself, I don't give a fuck. I just can't. I'm not pile member. I want a wife and kids eventually. Based, bud, based. You'll get there. Sometimes you gotta fuck around in the pile, you know? Maybe your pile isn't a sex pile. Maybe your pile is like a weightlifting male forum pile. You never know. You know, that's something I have a problem with. Why are all piles sexual? Why can't a pile just be a couple dudes hanging out, smoking weed, playing video games on the weekend? Answer me that one. Bet you can't.
It's like get access to the information, whether or not we want them to get access to the information. If they come home, that's stuff you should discourage. That's the same.
Yes, Christian Valeris. Yes. That's why I try to like focus on the news and shit. I know it's boring. I would much rather play video games. With these 2 hours I'm like fucking around with, I'd much rather just play video games. But I have to stay and talk about the fucking news because if I don't, I feel like nobody else does. I feel like every time I check out a stream, it's like a video going about some shit that ultimately is like related to, but doesn't 100% matter with like what is actually going on. And that pisses me off. It pisses me off a lot. But anyway, Bud123, I don't do pots and pans. That's fair. I'm glad you're not pot sexual. Bass Guitar said nothing sexual. But I have gym bros at the gym. Bass Bud. Everybody needs gym bros. Need to vent? Maybe a little bit.
And therefore I can't.
Maybe just a little bit.
Topic right now.
We can talk about it next time, especially since there's a Florida gubernatorial candidate that wants to tax OnlyFans at 50%.
Oh my God, dude. Just waiting for Dylan to leave. I don't know, I guess. I mean, I think this is kind of interesting. It's a little funny, but
we have gooners in chat.
We have gooners in chat. Chat, they've deployed the gooners. Chat, they've deployed the gooners. Watch out for the gooners, chat.
And so it's a fight between me, who is not a prude by many standards, but is comparatively prudish to the YouTube and Twitch political scene. And so what ended up happening was we said,
we can't deport the gooners. We need them for labor.
Within the community of Grill Hot.
The pile people are the labor for Grill Hotism. I don't know how else it's going to work, dude.
That's the Counterpoints community is the cog. And so
you call you like neo-normies or something?
Neo-normies?
What's that?
I fucking
neo-normies?
Yes, that's actually a great name. I should steal that. So basically though, we still have the unrepentant gooners, and we said that
we are fucking neo-normies, okay? We are motherfucking neo-normies. I love that. I fucking love that. Oh my God, taxing OnlyFans 50%? Okay, that dude needs to be defeated. Back to Goonopolis for gooners. Well, they're our workforce, bro. Yeah, for work. They have at least one strong arm. They're fine. You just need one. Chud's greatest line ever spoken. 6-man, all black, no turn down, piss gang. What the fuck? Well, QC John, I can't believe I just read that, bro. I just read that out loud.
And I think we also said they're going to be participating in Goonivatorial elections. Like it's actually like
at Mount Goon. Okay, now he's explaining Mount Goon. We can go back to our thing. Yeah, the neo-normies, I think, honestly, that really describes me. I feel like I just found like everything is like complete now, right? Like I just went from I don't know where I am. I don't know if I'm ever going to find out where I'm going to be. Politically, I'm so lost to it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It's the fucking neo-normies. Carissa Avalon was fucking wild, and this is before Hunter was almost murdered. True. I don't know when the Goonopolis elections are. I don't know if that's that's not up to me. You're gonna have to ask the big man.
Oh no, you can see her.
Oh, look at the puppy.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Look at the puppy. He got a puppy right there. It's a puppy. Oh my God, it's a puppy. I'm voting for CV based. It's from Connor's panel stream he hosts talking about the Carissa Avalon scandal. Well, QC John, that's so fucking funny. Holy shit.
Go check out Dylan Burns' documentary. It's on Dylan Burns TV, I think is the home channel.
Yeah,
and
that's the main channel.
It's basically about Ukrainian penile legions who love
Ukrainian penile legions. I know he means like penal colony, but I just think penis.
You know, addendums added. You know what? Sure, it's all fact. I was there. It's true. An infantry assault by Ukrainian prisoner soldiers. Hope you guys go check it out.
All right. Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to be back for you tomorrow.
Connor wanted to fist fight the dude that was setting up her gangbang.
I do love Dylan Burns as a brother. I think he's an excellent human being. I'm going to shout out the people who have chipped and donated.
Good to see you, brother.
Chipingro donated too, a little green.
We're just watching a little bit of Connor here. He was talking to Dylan Burns, and that probably didn't go. Oh my God, $300. Christian Valeris, holy based. The oil.
I think I read that. That was NATO versus Russian Federation. So I'm just going to read everybody else's names. Matt C with the 20, thank you, King. Chipingro with the gifted membership, thank you. Hedonic Samuel with the 10.
No, dude, AKA, you're all good, man. I mean, we were just talking about news and shit. How was the Wick? What did Wick do tonight? I was paying attention more to Connor shit. You know me. I'm a filthy fucking Connor fan. But let me go back, see what he's talking about.
You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. Thank you, man. Thank you, Christian.
The Donner class strikes it.
I do mean
Christian Valeris strikes again. Soypill versus the World call-ins. Oh, how was that, man? How was that? Whoops, I paused it.
You didn't
I didn't mean
care
to do
about
that.
the content you cover as long as it's good for you in the algorithm, but I do care about the announcements for stream and Discord. Please try harder. Also found extra money and rubbed my wiener on it. Gunshallah. Thank you, King. You did not need to do
Soypill. So yeah, Soypill, that honestly probably would have been fun to watch. Fuck, we might have fucked up here. I might have fucked up.
I'm like 1,200-pound grizzly bear begging for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. But seriously, you could have thrown me $5 and I would have been happy. Thank you, King. You guys are too kind to me.
I wanted more fire and Soypill was less smug than I thought. That's fair. That happens sometimes. I mean, you know, it is. It is what it is. It's in chat, so around 26 minutes, so it could have been better. Fair. Oh, Discord. Got it. I mean, I'm not going to be watching it tonight, probably, but I can at least look at it. What's Connor saying?
And then, weirdly enough, I feel like that could be merch.
So let me, John, I know what you're talking about.
Down, because that.
Thank you for that. So 26 minutes. Okay, so that's how we'll round out the stream. We'll watch that to round out the stream. Could have been better. Yeah, AKA when Soypill goes hard, he can be pretty funny. He hasn't seen it, or he's really mad at me for shitposting. Well, never mind. Yeah, he loves you, dude. Are you kidding me? You fucking oil with the best of them, dog.
Horrid.
It's pretty bad.
Thank you, Grassroots. I can't thank you guys enough, seriously. So Fell, Grassroots,
dude. Good oils today, guys. All right, let me pull this up. Open link over here. You said about 26 minutes in, so we'll find it. It was different than 26 minutes, but let me go about here. I'll pause it, and we'll see if that's right, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll find it. 26 minutes, okay. Oh, man. Connie Blue? Jesus Christ. Who said that?
I'll see you guys at 9:30 a.m. I parasocially love you. Go over to Dylan's channel. I don't know how to rate on YouTube. My apologies for being a boo. We'll figure it out eventually, but I do parasocially love you guys.
He's still not going to follow up on announcements? Absolutely not. It's not going to happen.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. Good night, guys.
Oh, good night. Good guy. Good guy, that Connor. Good guy. But we had something else to watch to round out our night. 31 minutes in, I found the exact line. Okay. So, as a little preference, Connor was live. Yeah, he was talking with Dylan Burns tonight. He and Dylan were having a little catch-up, having a little powwow, chit-chatting about a bunch of different things. They touched on Ukraine and his new documentary, which had to do with the penal, not like penis, but like, you know, penal colonies, like prisoners, their prison, like fighter dudes. What else was there? They talked about Bonnie Blue at the end there. They talked about a lot of stuff. It looked like a good convo, very boring geopol. It went back and forth. I think they also talked about the Renee Good shit because we never fucking can't ever escape it. Can't escape the level 1. So yeah, it was probably cool. But let's see if we can find. So to give you guys a little bit, this is old ancient content. All right, this is content from, let me see when exactly. I'm going to give it a like because it is so old. 2 years ago. So it's not like ancient, but it's pretty old. It's pretty old. So 2 years ago, there was a panel and it involved, can't get away from the time police. Bro. The time police are on my fucking ass. Okay, I'm turning 30 this year. They're beating my legs. They're beating my spine. They're beating my fucking cheeks. Not in a good way. Maybe what? Well, please don't fail me. All right. Please don't fail me. All right. 26 minutes. I believe you. I'm believing in you. All right. 26 or 31. We'll see. If I don't get what I want, I'm going to cry. And you're going to have to watch me cry. And I'm not going to cut off the stream or anything. I'm going to bawl into the microphone like it's a sad ASMR. I'm going to be full screen and I'm going to zoom in on my tears. Don't make me cry, bro. Don't make me do it. All right. I don't want to cover Chud Logic, so we'll cover Stardust, I guess. That is Stardust, right? She changed her name. I don't know what she is now. But I remember her as Stardust at one point. And then this, we'll move chat over to this dark corner. That works. It's 26. I just listened. Okay, so we're starting just a little bit before it. This was a debate. Oh my god, look at little baby fucking shaved Connor. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like shaved Connor at all. I'm glad he doesn't shave anymore like that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. I can't really talk much. I don't get like I have an okay beard. I don't like that. I recognize everyone except for the dude in gray. Yeah, I have no idea who that. I don't know who these guys are. But let's go ahead and see if Chud says the line. He looks like Willie Mack. Yes, a little bit. That guy does look. He looks like a Willie Mack with like a more closed face. And no disrespect to Stardust, by the way. She seems to be pretty all right. I liked her content too. I just want to be involved. Andrew Wilson up there on the top left. Yeah, Andrew Wilson's the top left. Middle right. Yeah, middle right is who we're talking about. That guy looks like Willie Mack. But let's go ahead and hear the line.
Know about his girl fucking someone else?
Yeah, right. That's what a cuck.
I don't really like care that much about that situation, right? Like the rest of the questions that we were actually
you could tell Chud's got something cooked up. Look at that motherfucking face. Look at that Brit Bong face. That motherfucker's about to say something terrible.
To argue about are much more interesting, but isn't the whole point of the cuck fetish to like know that your girl is out there getting fucked by someone else?
Okay, listen, I've got to say, I could sit here and I could argue with Andrew about what's a cuck, what's cheating, okay? But put that to one side for a second, right? If even on the day of that you announce your divorce, your fucking soon-to-be ex-wife is arranging 6-man all-black piss orgies, okay? I think that arguing the logistics of whether you're a cuck,
all-black piss orgies. That was off the fucking dome. All right, you can accuse Chud Logic of many things. You cannot accuse him of not being fucking hilarious. All right? Fucking hilarious. Connor looking like a substitute. Hey, AKA, don't talk shit about subs. I was a substitute teacher. What are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? That's what kids would say to me as a substitute, and I'd be like, well, I'm not gonna do shit. I'm gonna let you go. Chud is many things. Chud is fair, and Chud is a witty motherfucker. That, like, I mean, like, fuck, man. I don't think I need to say anything else. I feel like we could end stream on that almost, but let me see if he says, just in case he says something funnier. I don't think we're gonna beat that. Also,
or not is a bit fucking foolish, okay? Ostensibly, you are a fucking cuck, whether or not it's true or not to the dictionary definition. And if Hunter's plan is to argue with people about whether or not he's technically a cuck, that is going to fail miserably, and he should just fucking take it on the chin, like Carissa apparently likes to do, and fucking move on. That's
so
my
for
opinion.
years when the
she said
right wing.
God damn. God damn. Chud is fucking ruthless. Chud is fair, Chud is witty, and Chud is fucking ruthless, dog. Holy shit. Please don't ever come after me. Please don't. AKA said, we made our sub cry. I felt bad for the teachers in my high school. My year's class was so bad. Funnily enough, AKA, my class was really good. The class after me and the class before me suck nuts. One of the first year teachers cry and quit. Ooh, that happened to me when I was at the private school I was at. One of the first year teachers there, she and I were in the education program together at my alma mater, and she quit. She cried and quit because the little Jewish kids we taught were very mean to her. Holy fuck. Well, that made all of tonight worth it. All of the pain, all of the heartache, all of the head scratching, mental deficiencies that we witnessed. That makes it worth it. That makes it worth it. I'm glad we were able to all witness this together. Man, so thinking of my schedule coming up, Friday, I will be live. Unless something crazy happens and my power goes out, I'll be live. Saturday, I might try to stream just because Weld is right and I need to get more hours in. And if I do stream Saturday, we'll see how Sunday goes, because I also need to spend a little time with the wife. You know how it goes. It's all rainy and gross and nasty out, which means she wants to cuddle. Jewish hate wasn't normalized then. Sucks to suck for her. I mean, like, if it happened today, right, she could probably go on Twitter and become, like, ultra famous in an instant. But yeah, no, you're right. It sucks to suck for her. Now, me, I just stop being lazy and entertain us. I'm trying. It's hard being funny, all right? I'm not good at it. I fucking suck at it. That's why I'm not funny. But Christian Valeris, yeah, it was like, man, when was it? That must have been... Anyway, it was long before the Israel-Gaza stuff, Israel-Palestine shit. The most recent flare-up, I should say. So yeah, she couldn't have been popular. She just would have been Fuentes and like, well, actually, no. Yeah, she would have been Fuentes and kicked out. Biden was president, so wouldn't have worked for her. Well, every time I see your messages where it's like, stop being lazy, it motivates me and makes me cry. Because you're right, I am being lazy. Wow, holy shit. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end stream here. I've had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're on Twitch and you're watching me still, don't forget to follow. If you're watching me from the future, tell me how it ends up. All right? Do I win the lottery? I need to know. AKA, real quick before I go, at least I wasn't bad to my teachers. All I did was doodle making Duke Nukem 3D maps based and Magic the Gathering deck list based. It bugged my teachers that I was an A- student, but I got Fs because no homework. AKA, you're the type of student that like I would love because you did your shit that mattered, but you didn't do the non-mattered shit. And homework is kind of iffy. But Christian Valeris, you schedule your streams, which is more than what Connor is doing. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But I am not going to cuck anybody else out of content. I don't think anybody is, you know, family interruptions. Fel, you're so good, bro. Don't even sweat it. I was just wrapping up stream. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow in Connor's chat, and I will see you Friday on stream. Absolutely. It's always fun streaming. I love streaming to you guys. You guys are fantastic. Best chat I ever had. But anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Have a good one, and have a good night. Sleep tight. Wake up bright. Happy face in the morning. I love you very, very much. Grill Shalah. May your grill stay hot. May your beer stay cold. Keep all your fingers while you're blowing shit up. Grill Shalah and Grill Salam Alaikum. So say we all. So say we all. Good night. Good luck. Godspeed. See you later, my neo-normies.